Now here's how, when, why, where, and what to do to protect our environment. First, we're going to talk about sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Sustainable development means meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It is essentially about finding a balance between three core pillars. The three pillars of sustainable development are the environment, economy, and the society. The first pillar, which is the environment, deals with the protections of natural resources and ecosystems. The economy talks about the economic growth and efficiency. And the third pillar talks about equity, quality of life, and human well being. Sustainable development is important because it ensures that our consumption patterns and development activities do not lead to the depletion of resources or irreversible damage to the environment. Without sustainability, economic gains are temporary, leading to societal collapse and a degraded planet for our descendants. Now let's talk about the environmental problems that needs our attention. First, we have the global warming or the climate change. The long-term heating of Earth's climate system observed since the pre-industrial period between 1850 and 1900s due to human activities, primarily fossil fuel burning, which increases heat trapping greenhouse gas levels in Earth's atmosphere. The second one is the biodiversity loss. The extinction of species globally due to habitat destruction, overexploitation, pollution, and climate change. This weakens ecosystems and reduces their ability to provide essential services like clean water and air. The third one is pollution, contamination of the environment by substances or energy. Plastic pollutions in oceans and industrial emissions in air are critical examples. Now, here are some of the actions to protect and restore the environment require efforts at all levels. Sustainable resource management implement practices that ensure the long-term productivity of natural resources, such as sustainable forestry and efficient water use in agriculture and industry. Pollution control enforce stricter regulations on industrial emissions and wastewater discharge. Promote the use of renewable energy like solar and wind to reduce air pollution from fossil fuels. The third one is reforestation and habitat restoration. Actively plant native trees and restore degraded ecosystems like wetlands and coral reefs to sequester carbon and protect biodiversity. Now, here are some mitigation strategies focused on reducing the flow of heat-trapping greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Energy transition. Rapidly phase out coal and oil, replacing them with renewable resources like solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal power. Energy efficiency also improve insulation in buildings, adopt energy efficient appliances, and use smart grid technologies to reduce overall energy demand. Sustainable transportation. Promote electric vehicles, invest in public transportation, and design cities that prioritize walking and cycling. And as for me as a student, I will use social media campaigns to educate students on proper waste segregation and the local recycling process. And also, I will join community service to help our environment a better, cleaner, and safer environment. And lastly, the Philippines has several key laws of environmental protection. First, we have Republic Act number 9003 or the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000. It mandates the segregation of solid waste, establishment of material recovery facilities, and closure of open dump sites. Second environmental law is the RA number 8749 or the Philippine Air Act of 1999. It aims to achieve and maintain clean air, prohibiting the use of open burning, and regulating emissions from vehicles and industry. The third law is the RA number 9275 or the Philippine Clear Act of 2004. It protects the country's water bodies from pollution and land-based resources. For example, industries, agriculture, household sewage. For this law to be effective and encourage public cooperation, implementation must be systematized through communication and education, local capacity building, transparency, and accountability. The use of digital platforms to publicly track compliance and report environmental data. This allows the public to hold government agencies and polluters accountable and encouraging cooperation.